Hey, what's going on, everybody? Suro here. Welcome back to the channel. Today, I got a bit of a different video for all of you. I always try to shake things up every once in a while, get some new video ideas, some new content, just some new stuff going on around the channel. And today, I was wondering, trying to think of something that I wanted to cover, and it was really just what is the state of the game currently. For people that may have just got the game recently or players that have been playing for a while, how is everyone feeling about the state of the game now? You know, we've seen Reddit posts, we've seen Discord posts and a Facebook post and all that, but then I was thinking, why not go to the actual reviews? So we are going to head over to Steam, on the Steam homepage of DLV, and we're going to read through the most recent reviews. Some are going to be positive, some are going to be negative, and let's just see what everyone has been saying. Now, if you guys do enjoy this video at all, please be sure to hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, and let's go take a look. Alright, so here we go, our most recent review, and it looks like it was a positive one. So this user over here has 613 hours on record. They said, and we won't read through all the stuff here, but they said the game very much has the nostalgic factor, tons of beloved villagers from all generations, old and new. It is also beautifully designed and animated. I agree with that. I think this game is absolutely beautiful. It's literally stunning, especially with the lighting elements within the game. They did an amazing job, shadows and all. Well, okay, here we go. So we have our first negative review. So this was on July 26th. They said, and not recommended, they played about 161 hours, so they did put a good amount of time into it before they made this review. They said, I have not been able to properly play this game for about a year, which is unfortunate because it's a fun game to play. However, the way Disney runs the game is surprising and unacceptable. Well, I'll stop you right there. Disney doesn't have anything really to do with this. This is made, by Gameloft. Disney just owns the license, the rights and everything, and then they're lending it over to Gameloft so they can make their game. And then, of course, Disney's profiting off of it. But it's not like Disney that's making any of these decisions, though. So I bought this game on the Switch and the PC in order to play cross-platform, and the game refuses to let me play it that way. Playing the game on the PC is useless, and I strongly recommend against buying it for a PC. That is interesting, because I have been playing this on PC for over the past year and a half, and I have not really any issues ever. I always hear about a lot of these issues. It's usually mainly on consoles. But yeah, I haven't experienced this, so I wonder if this is just their PC. Maybe it's not quite running the game properly. Maybe it's not up to date. I don't know. I personally find this game more enjoyable on PC, but for about a year, the game has refused to connect to online services. I have tried going from Ethernet to Wi-Fi with no luck. Yeah, I'm not really sure how to help with that, unfortunately. Alright, we got a couple good reviews here. They said, I love how I can interact with Disney characters and design my valley the way I want. Farming we got, I like most of the features and quests, but dislike that the game freezes and boots you out a lot. That's true. It does. Now, all of this should be on PC anyways, because we're over here on Steam. Oh, here we go. We got another not recommended. So they put about 33 hours into it. They said, I love Disney. So when I heard about this game, I was excited. This game is such a heavy grind. It honestly can be exhausting, but if you want to continue forward through the game, be prepared to mine, fish, garden, and forage for everything. Thankfully, your Disney character friends can be set to help you with these things. I guess it just depends on the player and what you expect to be a grind. To me, those are really just some core features within the game, mining, fishing, and gardening. So yeah, if you don't enjoy doing those, you definitely won't enjoy this game because you are going to be doing a lot of that stuff. Me personally, I pretty much like doing a lot of stuff. Fishing could be reworked and be a little bit better. They did try. They put about 33 hours into it, so 27 at the time of this review. The thing is, when you first start this game, it can be super crazy overwhelming, especially with the amount of quests they bombard you with. And I wonder how the game is going to be another year from now, because I think at one point, whenever you just start the game, Scrooge will have 15 different quests for you, so it can definitely get overwhelming. I'm wondering if they're ever going to fix that and make it a smoother process for newer players. This person said, love the game, but Merlin gets on my Nerves. They did give it a positive review. They've only played for about 11 hours here, but it's funny, out of all the things in the game, it was Merlin that got on your nerves. I like Merlin. I think he's pretty good. He's very helpful. His animations are great, especially getting them in some dream snaps. Yeah, I love my boy Merlin. All right, so here we have another post. This was July 24th, so not too long ago either. 91 hours. They put a good amount of effort into this. They said, I do not like it. It is way too grindy and has not enough Whoa, not enough content. Man, whenever you finish it, not enough content. You know, we're always waiting for more. But with the game, like when you first start out, there is so much content, especially if you get the expansion. It's crazy amount. They said the walking animation is too slow. Yeah, it is pretty slow. I'll agree with that. It is slow, but you can boost your character and you can do your little surfing gliding animation, so it does help a little bit. But yeah, I do agree, your character does walk pretty slow. It would be nice if we had like a little chemistry bench or something, or maybe a cauldron where we can actually create different customizable potions. One of them maybe boost your movement speed for like 10% for like an hour. Stuff like that I think would make the game really fun for sure. We got lots of positive views in a row here on July 24th. Amazing game. Can't wait for more characters. We got cool, fun game for the kiddos. It's a very family-friendly game. We got cozy Disney game that gets you into the feels of your childhood. Oh, it did have a really deep story too. They've been playing for about almost 300 hours here. Love this game. Okay, I just love the Disney aspect to it. This game was cute, very fun. Great game, I'm addicted. Lots of positive reviews here. As someone who isn't nearly as excited by modern Disney as I once was, Dreamlight Valley is a truly great experience. It's just a nice, cozy game filled with nostalgic references and adorable storylines, and it's just a great way to unwind. It really is, especially after work or just a long day. DLV is just like that perfect game where you don't ever like fall super behind on anything. You can kind of take it at your own pace, and it is enjoyable. It's nice to see that a lot of these players, before they review the game, they're putting in a lot of hours, like 241 hours here, 591. They said, I love Disney. This game will have you playing for hours and creating your own world with all the Disney characters. As we continue, it's just positive reviews after positive reviews. Once in a while, we get a couple of negative reviews in here. But for the most part, as you see, as I'm scrolling through here, it is just tons and tons of positive reviews. I am seeing quite a few posts here where it's like product received for free. So I wonder where they're getting the game for free. 10 times better than Animal Crossing. The graphics are amazing for picture taking. I really love the new worlds and characters. Let's go take a look at some of the recent negative comments just to see what the complaints are out there for the game. See what people are experiencing with Dreamlight Valley. Alright, so let's take a look here. July 16th, they said, this is my first review, although I own many games. I've never regretted a game so much as this one. I should have known because it is Disney. I spend money on Steam to get a complete game, not one that will try to nickel and dime me like a mobile game. So yeah, they're pretty much saying like the microtransactions are a little bit too expensive. This user down here also is kind of saying something along the same lines. They said this game is cute and entertaining, but the dev's greediness ruins a lot of the fun. You can only have one player per purchased game. Family gamers beware, your family can't join you on this game unless you purchase an entire new game on a new Steam account. That is true. I wish that there was multiple saves that you could have. It's kind of crazy. It's one of those things I really want them to add to the game, is having multiple saves, especially, you know, like even on the Nintendo Switch and things like that. I think it would be very helpful. We have a brand new user here that's only played for 4.8 hours. They said filled with bugs. Couldn't even finish the first Moana mission because fishing was bugged. Mostly paying content for Disney related customization. So they just started the game and it's like fully bugged out for them and they can't even play it. Those are like the game breaking things they definitely need to work on and fix. All right, we got one here that said fix constant crashes and then cash shop stuff. It sounds like common sense, not here sadly. It's more of a yes and a no. It needs to have more to do, and as for multiplayer, they need to make it to where you can play together instead of not being able to do anything when visiting someone's place. So this one on July 4th, they eventually did end up making it where you can play together. It's still, multiplayer still has a long ways to go. Overall, looking through all of these, it seems like most of the reviews that are like in the negative zone is because of the crashing and then just the premium shop. I completely understand the crashing. I mean, if your game's not working, then you know you spent money on it. I think fixing the crashing issues needs to be top priority. The cash shop is one of those things that I don't know. Like, they put a lot in the cash shop, but at the same time, it is very expensive, but you can also earn some currency through Dream Snaps. You just won't be able to earn everything as quick as you would want to, so it's kind of like back and forth. It's really nice, and it's also not as nice as it could be, but they do got to make money somehow. We got another review here. They have about almost 300 hours. They said the game is great, but I can't recommend something that was supposed to be free to play. I deeply regret buying it on early access. Reviews like this, I feel like it could be a little side comment within your review, but if you actually enjoy the game, you know, we're supposed to be reviewing the actual game itself. I would love to hear their thoughts on it rather than just getting a negative review based on one thing that could have changed something that was said in early access. But so that's one reason here. Someone said, maybe I'm not the best person to review this since I'm not a huge Disney fan. I have some nostalgia from childhood, but I haven't seen much on the more recent content. But this really didn't do much for me. This got really repetitive fast and just felt like the same thing over and over. The relationships with the characters are shallow and feel more constructed to me. For the price, I'm not a huge fan. I could kind of see that, you know. It is a pretty repetitive game, but I think it's one of those games you really have to immerse yourself into the world. You know, you have to really like get in there with the characters, the story. You have to really get it in your mind that this is your valley. You can decorate it, you can do what you want, and then just keep continuing going on the adventures, all the new adventures with each and every update. So I guess it really just depends on the person. Me personally, I really enjoy it. It can be repetitive, but I don't know why. This game, even though it is kind of repetitive, it's never gotten boring to me, but I feel like if it was another game, it definitely would have. It could be because it's like mine, like it's my thing I like to take care of. I like to take care of my valley, decorate it, build relationships. Let's see, 63 hours on record. I don't like microtransactions if I buy a full price the game. I think that's just a 2024 thing at this point. Pretty much every game, whether you buy it, whether it's free to play, it does seem like there's always microtransactions to some extent. Sometimes not so much. Sometimes there's a lot. Yeah, they do add a lot within the game for sure. But they also keep providing more free content to balance it out. Okay, we have a user that went really in depth here. So they have about 252 hours. They said, I know I said this game's not recommended. I know I have upwards of 200 hours of the game. That says more about me than it does the game itself. Okay, hear me out. So the bad. They said the menus are terrible. When looking through all the clothing and furniture, there are so many filters available that looking through that becomes an overwhelming hassle. I think we can agree with that. The menus need rework. We need search bars and all that. And the filters aren't in particular, like any particular order. The list of movies to filter your stuff by isn't even listed alphabetically, and the cooking menu is horrible. None of the recipes are searchable, and they're not grouped by type. They're grouped by appetizer, dinner, dessert. And who knows the difference between appetizer and a meal? Does a kid know the difference? This is a kid's game. Are the kids getting confused as I don't think this is a kid's game, though. I think this is an everybody's game, personally. And then listed alphabetically, so things that say like a waffle and a peanut butter waffle recipe are listed in different places, and none of them. So yeah, we know the cooking area needs some work. There's no option to cook multiple meals at once, with some quests and one type of road required cooking many of the same kind of meal. So you have to go through the whole cooking cutscene for each one. That is true. Again, we're really hoping that gets reworked. So we got repeat outfits and repeat furniture. The outfits and furniture in Scrooge's store can include stuff you already own. Not the outfits. Once you buy all the outfits in Scrooge's store, that's gone. The furniture can definitely repeat itself, but they have fixed it. They've updated it. It's a lot better than it used to be when the game first came out. Ooh, it was terrible. Talk about getting the same L-shaped couches over and over. They said not enough clothes in Scrooge's store. This one is a matter of preference, but there's more furniture than fashion. I agree. I feel like they could start designing some more clothing options for us. You know, every update add like quite a bit, especially with a game that you don't want to be looking like the same all the time. It would be nice if they expanded the clothing area for sure. They got different types of roads, even roads with the same design, but one has an outside border and one doesn't, don't connect to each other, and that, plus the large amount of resources it takes to make enough to cover an area, means there's not much point in making different types of road. I agree. I agree with this one. The roads, it would be nice if they could kind of merge together and be a little more, you know. I mean, nothing in the game really lines up perfectly anyways, like at all. The resources, they actually, again, updated it, made it easier. You used to have to use all these resources for one road. Now you actually get a bundle of 4 every time. So they did increase it. So the appeal of being able to decorate your little town areas is lost when there's so little space to work with. I don't do a lot of decorating because of the lack of room to put extra stuff. I mean, I would like the stuff to be a bit bigger as well, especially with how much stuff is in the game and the houses are so massive, but there's still a lot of room to decorate with. The quest can be a little grindy. I have to grow 5 cotton seeds to make 1 fabric, for example, and you tend to need at least 10 fabric, and I never have enough. That kind of thing, this kind might depend on whether you actually enjoy that kind of thing. I come from a lot of games where grinding is just something I really like to do, so it could be a matter of preference for sure. I really enjoy the grinding aspect to games like this, but I could definitely see why others might not. I can't marry Ursula, and even if I could, she's too nice. The end of one of her quests was her actually warning me that something bad would happen to me because of her cursed items. I mean, yeah, I don't know. Ursula's never like super pure evil. I don't think so. Now, they did go on to say that there's a lot of good here too, so the morals of the quest tend to be very sweet. The people writing them haven't forgotten it's a children's game, and they handled that in a way that is cute and honestly kind of touching sometimes. The aesthetic, this one is a matter of preference, probably, but I think the graphics are cute. The plus size body types is terribly designed, ends up looking really unnatural, but that's not unique to Disney, so I'm not holding it against them too much. They added some inhumane skin tones like purple and blue and green from the Monster Inc.'s character, which is fun. Dressing up the character is fun in exactly the way it can be. Okay. So the in-game currency isn't hard to get. You can set most of your characters to help you mine and sell the gems for gold. It is true, gold isn't like super hard to get. It is kind of expensive purchasing duplicates through Scrooge's shop though. They said the cost real money currency isn't too hard to get. Yeah, you can do some dream snaps. And their overall could be designed a lot better. The stuff it does is fun enough. I like the aspects of it. I play it because I already have it. It scratches an itch for a cute, very simple game where you can make your character look weird and cute. That gives me something to do while not taking up too much of my time. So I think they did a pretty good job summing it up, honestly. I mean, there's a lot of stuff here. I think they did a pretty great job. They figured that out of 252, but they did end up giving it a negative review even after all of the good stuff. To me, I think there was a lot more good in the game than there is bad, but I guess everyone has their own opinion. But that was very interesting just to take a look at. Now, I know it seemed like we read off more negative comments than we did good. There was actually like 15,000 positive comments, and there was only like 1,400 negative comments. So the game is still mostly positive. So almost the whole community actually really enjoys it. Again, over 15,000 good. And then 1,400 bad, so not really too bad. I think they're doing all right. The main thing is definitely getting that crashing fixed. I don't know if they're ever going to do it. It's been 2 years and we're still having some issues. If anything, I think the crashing is in a worse state, but we're going to find out as the months go by. I don't know. We'll just have to wait and see. I really hope it gets improved. Either way, I'll be here along the journey with all of you. I hope you guys have a really great day, and thank you so much for watching the video. I do appreciate it. I know it's a little bit different than what we usually do, but I like to switch some stuff up. So have a wonderful day. Goodbye.